Okay, so the next part of the lesson is to learn how to sketch the modulus graph. So let's start. Now, I know this is plus, I know this is minus. What happens if I modulus it? Is it a positive or negative? Positive. It will be a positive. Now, if I were to bend the curve, where do you think will be the V shape? So this part here is minus. What will happen? It will become a plus. So what I want you to understand is this part here is a negative, and if I do a modulus, it will be going up. It's like the line of reflection, yes. But how did this occur? I want you to emphasize that there is a two-stroke. It's because of this two-stroke, whatever is negative y will be reflected up. I repeat, because of this two-stroke, it's called modular sign. Whatever is at the bottom will be reflected up. Now, then you say, reflect, there are so many directions. How do I know which one is correct? So, I want you to have a point. Example, if this point, can you help me randomly label -2, -2? I repeat, this point here is -2, -2. If I were to flip up, what is the answer? Thank you. -2, 2. Now, what does it mean? Did the x change? The x did not change, but what changes? The y. Okay, the y will change from -2 to 2. Okay? Now, next one. Go on to the next one. Now, this one, fx plus a. The plus a here actually is something like y equals to mx plus c. So, the c means the y-intercept. No, I cannot say it this way. Rewind. Cancel wrong. This a here means the graph actually move up and down. But I didn't teach you that as well, right? Yeah. What the? Okay. Can you help me? Now, I want you to randomly draw a line, and this line does not pass through the origin. I repeat, this line does not pass through the origin. It passes through somewhere above. Okay? Now, I want you to make a guess. If I want to modulus A, what is this? The one. Help me change. Help me change. It doesn't help. It doesn't serve the purpose if I do the minus. Now, I want you to understand what if I change, I add something. I add to fx plus a, the whole thing modulus. I want you to show me how will the graph look like. Somebody is telling me a V, but I want you to tell me which way will it turn. Okay, I add one more information. Let's assume this value here is -1. Let's assume this value is 4. Just a random number. Can you make a guess? If I were to so-called modulus it, how will the graph look? Draw now on your paper. We compare. I think somewhere it must flip up, right? But where will it flip and how do you think it look like? Can you do it now on the paper? Then we compare. Not sure you do it in pencil. Sure you do it in marker. Just kidding. Okay, ready? Can we compare the answer? Done? You just randomly draw. I haven't teach you yet what? It's fine. Huh? Okay, so let's start. So, which part, okay, number one. Which part of the graph is below the x-axis? Which part? -1 onwards. So -1 onwards is below. So what it means? Only the green color part will be flip up. Okay? So your final answer will look something like that. So this is 4, this is negative 1. Like that. Okay? So it's only the below the x-axis will be flipped up. Can, huh? Now let's go on to the next part. Freeze and go. Yeah, then I will show you the plus something one later. Okay, now, so turn to the next page. The first step is always to draw the function. The second step is to reflect the line below the x-axis upward. I'm reading the steps. So let's start with the question as we go along. Now, how do you even draw this y equals to fx? Let's look at the first example. I will need you to refer to step number 1 on top. Aaron, here with me. So, do I start with the modulus or without? Without. So, the first step actually say, draw fx. So, this draw fx is without the modular sign. Follow? Travis, are you with me? This is without the modular sign. So, let's start with step 1. Hey, Egan. What do I draw? Die. No, I said already what? Rahul, what did I say? fx. What is fx in this case? So what did I write? Thank you. Negative 2x. See, Travis is more attentive than Egan. How do I draw this? Very simple. I draw a table. I draw 3 points. And then I plot. Let's start. Let's start. So, over here. Now, but instead of any 3 points, I am very concerned about the x-intercept. I am very concerned about the y-intercept. How do I do that? Naturally, I need to have x equals to 0 and y equals to 0, right? You follow? Let's try. X equals to 0. What's the value of y? Thank you. Negative 4. Y equals to 0. What is the value of y equals to 0? Bring over, divide, negative 2. One more one more maybe just 1 random lah. I put 1 y x equals to 1, what do I get? Negative 6. Okay, let's start. Now, step 2, still step 1. Now, I write a word rough and I draw a random thing here because this is not with the scale. This is just random. So I want you to randomly, not random, estimate. I want you to estimate this on this. Negative 2, 0. Where do I plot? Can you mark 3 crosses on your table now? Mark 3 crosses on your paper. Mark 3 crosses on your paper. So I got negative 3. Huh? Yeah. Can. Later. We compare later. Some of you learn somewhere else and you have different method. It's fine if the answer is correct. First one, negative 2 here. Second one, negative 0, negative 4 here. Third one, 1, negative 6 here. Draw a line. You got this? You got this? Okay, next step. What is step number 2? Reflect the line below which axis? X-axis. So next step, you just take a color pen. Can you color, Darren, above or below? Color above or below? Color the below one. So you know you want to reflect this on top. Reflect this on top. Now, why I say the axis is important? Now I want you to mark the axis here. What is this number here? Negative 2. What is this number here? Negative 4. Okay, can I have your attention first? Question. If I reflect this green line, will the x-axis change? No. Will the y-axis change? Where will it be changed? Instead of -4 now will be 4. Will be 4. Can follow? So this will be 4. And this is the answer. So what's your final answer actually? Is this one. Got the reflected one? Don't have. Follow? So are you ready to draw the real answer? Okay, I missed out one step. Now, I missed out one step. 1 and 6 is here, right? 1 and 6 is here. Now, step number 3 says, I need to change this green line into a what line? Dotted. So you change it into a dotted line. So when you present your answer, now let's try to draw a real graph properly. I'm not using a ruler. Please use a ruler. Help me check. This is what you draw. You may not want to copy. You may want to draw it and then compare. Is it like that? It's the same as the rough, right? So you just enlarge it and show as a final answer. Draw. As in enlarge it as in proper scale. In proper scale, but you don't have to draw 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, no need. You just not important. Not important. The third point, this one is actually a guiding point to make sure that you are right. Actually, to draw a straight line, 2 points is enough. Now, last step, you want to mark and label. It's realistic. I didn't stop the video, it's recording. So the student watching the video will be drawing. Bottom is dotted line because it's the old line. The new line was reflected upwards. So this is to show me that it actually have the old line. But that is done. Okay. I want to label. So do you check? You label your graph. So you want to write down y equals to modulus negative 2x minus 4. There's this part here as well. Okay, here. This one must transfer over. So it's not just, it's 2 lines. Okay. Now where is the answer? The answer is actually 2 lines here. Now there is one word I didn't emphasize. So let's do it now. Now, can you look at step 4? Help me underline the word domain is given. You need to calculate the endpoints. I repeat. Step 4, highlight. Endpoints if domain is given. What is domain? Domain is actually something like range, but domain is on the x-axis. So can you highlight this and write down this is the domain? Can someone tell me what does endpoint means? The end. So they are telling you, on the x-axis, you need to start and end with negative 4 and 4. You understand? So which means over here, I want you to mark. If this is negative 4, what is the endpoint? Can someone suggest a method to find? You need to know these 2 endpoints. So you need to write a coordinate. You need to write a coordinate. Do you already know the x or y? You know the x. This is negative 4. This is what value? This is 4. This is what value? Okay, now the confusing part. Ready? Okay, all of you look up first. Look up first. Ready, Okay, now this graph here, okay, let me try the official way. Let me try the official way. If official way is confusing, then I try the unorthodox way, Oops. Unorthodox. Orthodox. Okay. Let me try the official way first. Okay, Now, this graph itself is a tick. That means this graph itself is actually made out of how many graphs? 2. Do you agree? Okay, again, this graph itself is made out of 2 graphs. If I want you to write down the equation of these 2 graphs, are you able to write it? Let's try, Now, which one was the original graph? Which one was the reflected one? This was the original one. Now, original is always the positive graph. So what does it mean? Original graph is actually y equals to the original graph. This actually is the first one. Do I make sense? Now, this graph here actually is the reflected graph. So this graph here is the negative of the original graph. Do you understand? Can. Okay, good. So, which means your level very high. Or I explain very good. Which one? Oh, thank you. Okay, I repeat. Because this is the reflected one. So which means this is the negative of the original graph. This part is not reflected. That means this part is the original graph. Why do I suddenly introduce you 2 different equations? To find the what? End point. Do you agree that you have to sub a value inside an equation before you can find the end point? Understand? Okay, start. How do I find the first point? I sub what? Minus 4 into this equation. How do I find the end point of this line? I sub 4 into that equation. So it's 2 different equations. Am I confusing you? Yes. Huh? Okay. In the next question, I will show you step by step. Then it's easier to understand, I think. Okay. What's with the minus 4? Why the minus 4 suddenly comes in? Because yeah, it's only the first part. I haven't go to the second part yet. There's a second part. Okay, so the first part first. So I want to find this point. Can you help me? Tell me the number. Have you all tried? 4. So this is 4. This is 4. The second one also 4. Yeah. This one is negative 4. But I sub inside, it will be 8 minus 4 is 4, right? What happens when I sub the 4 inside here? So the 2 sub inside, this will be negative 4, negative 4, negative 4, negative 8. The negative of it will be 8. So do you agree this is 8? Do you get the 8? Oh, my mistake. 12. It's 12. Let's try again. 4 I put inside. Oh, yeah, times 2. So negative 8 minus 4, negative 12. The minus of it will be 12. You can just press your calculator. So this is the first part answer. Happy? Let's do the second part. Okay, second part I will use a colored pen because, never mind. I use 2 different color. Now the first one is pink color. I repeat, the first one is pink color. I will highlight the first one, which is like a tick. The second one, what is the difference? The second one, what's the difference? There is a what? There's a minus 4. Now, can you help me right here? When there's a minus 4, it means that the graph move up or down by 4. Okay, I zoom in a bit so that you can follow. Okay, I introduced you a lot of concepts, so if you are a bit confused, let me unconfuse you later. This negative 4, if outside the modular sign, it means I want to move the graph up or down by 4. But how do I decide whether it's up or down? Positive, negative. So make a guess. If positive 4 means move up or down? Up. If negative? Down. So this one actually means if it's a plus, then it will be up. If it's a minus, it will be a down. Coming back to this graph, what do you think my blue graph will be? The whole V will move down. Okay? Now, there are 4 very important points you have to mark. Where are the 4 points? Number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. You have to label later. So let's do the first one. If I move this down, what will be the next? What will be the new point? Negative 4, 0. It will be here, right? So you can actually mark the points. Again, So the first one, this point I move down, the new point will be here. This is 0. If I move 4 down, will be where? Negative 4. So it will be somewhere here. Right? This 4, I bring down 4, it will be 0. This is 12. I bring down will be 8. So which means the new line will be something like this. Then you say, Cher, I thought the modular sign cannot be negative. Yes, but this is affected not because of the modular sign. This is below because of the negative 4 behind. Good observation. You understand? Can So this blue line you have to label again. So what do you label? You will label as with a negative 4 1. So y equals to modulus negative 2x minus 4 modulus minus 4. So your final answer, you will have 2 graphs. One is the pink one, the original. One is the negative 4, which I bring down. Can you see the very... Okay, if I were to show the one. Okay, you know what I'm talking about. So the whole pink graph actually collapsed by 4 steps. 1 step, 2 step, 3 step, 4 step. To give you the blue graph. Okay?